I'm Robert Christensen. Sorry to be late joining the broadcast. I had an issue with my contact lens on the way to the game, but happy to be here with ParkTV 16 Sports, bringing you the first round of the 6AA Girls Volleyball Championship to see who goes to the state tournament in, I think it's 6 AAA actually, first round. But as we can see here, we're joining St. Louis Park. They're playing at home, and they are up substantially 14-3, which is not a surprise because when you look at the records of both these teams, Richfield comes in as the number 12 seed, St. Louis Park is the number 5 seed, and the record of the Spartans is 0-13, and they lost 3-0 to St. Louis Park last month. And when you look at their common opponents, St. Louis Park has dominated in that category as well. So it would be a huge upset for the Richfield Spartans to upset the St. Louis Park Orioles, and the score reflects that here in game 1, 16-3, and we have a timeout taken, look like, by the visiting Richfield Spartans. There they are. Or no, those are the Orioles. They're in dark. Sometimes they're in their light uniforms. So tonight they're in their dark uniforms. Looking at the brackets for 6 AAA section volleyball, we have Burnsville tonight playing Bloomington Jefferson. Burnsville being the 8th seed versus Bloomington Jefferson, the 9th seed. Of course, we have this match, the 5 seed St. Louis Park versus Richfield, the number 12 seed. Also playing tonight is the number 7 seed Minneapolis Washburn versus Minneapolis South. And rounding out the first round, Minneapolis Southwest is hosting Bloomington Kennedy, the number 11 seed. The 4 schools getting byes are Hopkins with the number 1 seed, Benilde St. Margaret's with the number 2 seed, Edina with the 4 seed, and Robbinsdale Armstrong with the 3 seed. The winner of this match will take on Edina at 7 o'clock this Thursday at the Hopkins High School. And so far, St. Louis Park is off to a great start. And they are serving. And that was number 15, Michaela Winward, with that service. Maddie McIntosh was number 6 with that, and that ball just hit that overhead beam. I don't know if our camera angle can see that, but the overhead beam is an issue in this older gymnasium here at St. Louis Park. There is a I-beam, it looks like, that juts down from the top of the ceiling by at least 3 feet, maybe 4. And it does interfere with play at times. So, to serve for a consecutive point here is Michaela Winward. That's spiked by number 12. Or number 32 that was. That is Jada Ajubala. She is a senior, 5'11" outside hitter, and she brought it that time. Nice right-handed spike. So that's a point and service to Richfield. That is number 6, Paige Teets. She is a junior. And she scores for them. That brings it to 17-5. Game 1 here, first round, 6 AAA girls varsity volleyball action. Teets to serve again, and McIntosh gets the bump and the tip. That was Hannah Howell for St. Louis Park. And there is the fake spike. McIntosh saves it, and it gets pushed over there again by Winward. And there's the big spike again from number 32 for the Spartans, Jada Ajubala, and that one sails long. So point 18 for St. Louis Park to Richfield's 5, and now to serve number 4, Kim Lindgren, senior, 5'7" outside hitter. Uses the jump serve, I see. And there's the set for Jada, and this time she brings it in. She clearly, I just arrived, but she looks like their big scorer. She has taken at least 5 spikes since I've been here. Nice job by Jada Ajubala for the Spartans, and she is going to serve, and she employs the jump serve too and brings it over. Nice serve by her. And there's the spike by Ella Trotter. And the ball goes back to St. Louis Park, and the point, 19-6. Substitution now in the match, number 24 for St. Louis Park, Kendall Coley, 5'10" freshman, and to serve is Addie Ward, 5'6" sophomore outside hitter. She employs the jump serve as well, gets it over. And there's a miscommunication there by the Spartans between Paige Teets and Jada. So that results in the 20th point for the Orioles, 20-6. Addie Ward to serve again. And she scores. This time another miscommunication again between number 6, Paige Teets, and this time to the woman on her left, number 2, Anna Christian. Nice serve by Addie Ward. She sort of put it right in between them, and neither one called it, and it dropped right in there. So she will serve for a 3rd consecutive point. Jump serve, deep, well done. Richfield just had to save it there, goes off the ceiling. Trotter, and she finds the open space. It was a nice, slow curving dive ball that just got right in the corner there. Watch this, just hooks it right in there. Masterful by Ella Trotter. Nice job, number 2. There she is. She's had a great season here for the St. Louis Park Orioles, and here's his 4th serve here by Lindgren. And the block, beautifully done up there by the 5'10" Kendall Coley, along with Trotter and Howell. Put that away. Watch this. Big fence. Looking at the replay, I think Kendall Coley got that. So 23-6, 2 points from the first game. Best of 3 match. Number 7 sends it wide. Number 7 is Eleanor Carr. Senior, 5'6" outside hitter. Sails that spike attempt wide right, and now we have game point. Lindgren to close it out for her 5th or 6th consecutive point here. On serve, jump serves, nicely done. And they are scrambling, and they save it barely. Trotter tries to end it, and she does. Game 1 on that spike by Ella Trotter goes to the St. Louis Park Orioles. Come back for the game 2.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location at St. Louis Park High School. We have just concluded game 1, and Richfield dominated, we got the score backwards there. St. Louis Park won 25-6 on that graphic. And we are about to begin game 2. St. Louis Park is on our left in the dark uniforms, just coming onto the court. On the right and already on the court are the Richfield Spartans. The big player to look for here in the second game if you're a Spartan fan, is Jada Ajubraila. She clearly is their big scorer. In order for them to have success here in game 2, she's gonna have to be making a lot of spike attempts. But she's 5'10", 5'11", senior, lots of experience, so she's gonna have to carry him. Otherwise, St. Louis Park, they have a ton of weapons over there, starting with Ella Trotter, Rachel Lang, Kim Lindgren. To serve out was Addie Ward. And so to begin is another prolific server, Julia Ostad, to start out game 2, and she gets it over. That is Teets for the Spartans, saving it for Richfield. And here comes Ella Trotter with the top spin heat on that spike. Richfield saves it though. McIntosh with the bump, and Trotter nails it. She has really figured out how to get some torque on that ball since the last time I saw her play. Watch what I call top spin heat. Bang, look at that thing and how the ball just dives like a sinker ball in baseball. Well done by her. She really has some torque on that. Bent it right around the net, so off to a good start. 1-0. And now it's 2-0. Great service there by Julia Ostad. And she will go again. I've seen her play several times this year. She is a great server for St. Louis Park. And she gets her third one in, and she gets her third point. Winner of this match plays Thursday at Hopkins High School. Waiting for them will be the number 4 seed Edina. St. Louis Park's the number 5 seed. If they should meet, that could be a great match, 4 against 5. Wow, well done there that time. Number 24, Coley, Kendall Coley, the 5'10" freshman, gets on the board here. Big smile. They're having a lot of fun. Look at that. Second effort there was really stellar there for her to keep with it. Oh my, Ella Trotter, I think she mishit it, but she'll take it. I don't know, we'll have to see if the replay can capture that. I know she's trying to put some spin on it, and when you do that, you got to hit more of the outside of the ball, and you might miss it. Actually, it hit the net, but she got lucky, and she'll take it. 5-0 Orioles. Teach fans on the spike. Tough luck there, so 6-0. And this time the jump serve gets in the way. So point and service to the Spartans. That is number 7 for the Spartans. Eleanor Carr, senior, 5'6" outside hitter, and she gets a point for the Spartans. Actually not. Looks like there was a net violation there, and the ball is going over to St. Louis Park, and a point will go to them. So 7-1, and there is Ella Trotter to serve. She usually employs the jump serve. She puts it way up there and gives it a whack and puts it right inside the line. You can't do it any better than that. Look at the pace and the top spin heat on that ball. It just curved right in there. She has really improved since the beginning of the year, and she was already very good. Oh, that time it gets away from her. So point and side out to the Spartans, and next up to serve for them, that is number 13, Brianna O'Donnell, 6'2" senior hitter, and she puts a serve in there. McIntosh does a great save for the Orioles, but the spike, I think that was by Lindgren over there. Yep, number 4. Tried to put the same type of spin and just missed getting it in. Good decision for the Spartans not to try to hit that. And now the second service for O'Donnell. And this time, Kim Lindgren finds the mark and finds some hardwood inbounds for the win and the kill. So that means .9 for the Orioles, and Maddie McIntosh, number 6, to serve. Gets it over nicely, just over the net. There's Jada. McIntosh. And that was Windward, number 15 with the spike. Nice save by Richfield, and a nice dunk there by Teets for the Spartans. But Trotter's now gonna hammer on it, and it is saved, goes off the I-beam in the middle, still in play. Richfield handled it very well. And there is the big spike by number 14, Reagan Alexander. She's also a 5'10" freshman. She and Kendall Coley are both 5'10" freshmen. The future looks very good for St. Louis Park Oriole volleyball going forward. Here comes Jensen, Lindgren, I should say. Kim Lindgren gets the point, and Maddie McIntosh will serve again, 11-3. Waiting for the ball to get back over to McIntosh. Trotter gives it a little push. So here comes McIntosh with a mini jump serve. It's not really a jump serve, I guess. And number 11 has a difficult time with that for the Spartans, Jessica Hanna. That's a tough play to make with one arm that deep in your own zone. McIntosh, nice serve. Richfield had the dive for that. Jada takes a big swack at it, but it's saved by McIntosh, and Windward dive save, but trouble for the Spartans because that save just got over the net and it made it an easy two-handed tip for Reagan Alexander, and she gets another point. Watch this, bang. Good save, but the ball just sets it up there perfectly for Alexander for the point. Meanwhile, Richfield gets the ball back and a point, so we got 13-3. First one to 25 by Chu wins game 2. That is Paige Teets that just, wow, good save there by number 11 for the Spartans, Jessica Hanna. That ball had some pace right at her. That is a tough, tough save for her. Unfortunately, the Spartans couldn't capitalize on it. And so that means side out and point to the Orioles. Serving is number 15, Michaela Windward. Nice serve by her. That just went over the net and dived down. And that was a great serve by Windward. So she pushes the score to 15. Bubblegum chewing. Very good server for the Orioles. Jump serve, gets it just over the net. That looked great. Last time, point goes to the Spartans on that. Last time broadcasting here, St. Louis Park, their service, a lot of their first serves were not in play, and that really cost them. And tonight, that percentage is way up, and it's showing on the scoreboard. That's Jada to serve, and that ball sails long. She tried the big jump serve. Sometimes it's really hard to control those. Kind of like a fastball. If you can throw it 100, can you locate it? Lindgren to serve. She had a great match, or great service game in game 1. There she is with the bump to Windward. Over to Trotter. That was a perfect set. I don't know if we can see that again. That set was just put right where it needs to be. Watch this. Boom. Oh, that's how you draw it up, right there. I'll bet you Trotter didn't even feel it. It just came right off her palm. They didn't get the point. She must have went into the net then. Sometimes that is the body control issue. I didn't see it. Nevertheless, it was still a heck of a hit. And now, how about Reagan Alexander? It is bombs away today here for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Watch this powerful hit. Boom. Whoa. Boy, she has really improved her form too. All right, now to serve. Addie Ward, she had a very good service game in game 1. She gets that first one in. Spike attempt by number 7, Eleanor Carr, goes awry. So side out, point to St. Louis Park, 18-6, as they close in on game number 2. Addie Warg, jump serve, gets it over the net. She's serving very well tonight. Nice job there by Eleanor Carr. And Trotter gets stuffed by number 13, the 6'2", Brianna O'Donnell. Good for her. Bang. She timed the jump well. We have a substitute now for the Spartans. Number 4 is in, Julia Rubio. And serving is the southpaw Brianna Wendland, senior 5'7" left hitter. And there's a big spike by number 16, Hannah Howell. She's also a freshman, 5'10". Actually, as I look at the program, there are 4 players that are all freshmen, and they're all 5'10" for the Orioles. They are loaded going forward. Okay, here is Julia Ostad, and there is number 24, Kendall Coley. Boy, I remember watching her at the beginning of the year. They have really come around here. They're starting to show some confidence, and when you're confident, you play better, and when you start to get success, you get more confident, and you keep playing better. There are only freshmen. Wow. Point now, St. Louis Park, 21-7. Let's see if Ostad can serve it out, the 5'5" senior. And she gets the next point as well. 3 from victory in game 2. Jump serve by Ostad. Oh, goes deep, and number 2, Anna Christian, had a hard time handling that. The freshman, 5'3", libero. She'll get better. That time is handled by Jada. O'Donnell, the 6'2", forward, and there is Kendall Coley, and that ball is in deep. What a spectacular play. Both she and Alexander have really, really improved. Ostad with the set. Coley with the spike. Side out and game point here. Watch this. Whoop. Just so much power on that. She just whacked it over there. So game point and Ella Trotter to close it out. And that jump serve goes long. Groan in the audience. They wanted the game point right there. So now Richfield will serve. They got a long way to go at 9. Brianna O'Donnell gets it in. And Kendall Coley again shows excellent touch this time. She's really showing an all-around game to win it for St. Louis Park. So that concludes game 2. Come back for the clinching, possibly game 3.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. Ingenious. Perhaps someday you were going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
To ParkTV 16 Sports on location from St. Louis Park. I'm Robert Christensen, bringing you the play-by-play now for Game 3. As you can see, if you're just joining us, St. Louis Park won Game 1, 25-6, and dominated again in Game 2. So if they win Game 3, they will advance in the 6 AAA volleyball tournament, and they will play Edina High School, the number 4 ranked team. St. Louis Park is number 5. Richfield is number 12. They're down 2-0. They got to rattle off 3 straight wins to save the rest of their season. Otherwise, it's over for them, and St. Louis Park will advance Thursday night at Hopkins High School. It's not that far away. They're an exciting team. They've got good senior talent. They've got good young talent, and they are really starting to put it together. They are a great, great team, exciting volleyball team to watch. So tune in or show up on Thursday. And they're off to a good start here in game 3. Ella Trotter gets the spike and wins the service back for St. Louis Park. And as they did in games 1 and 2, look at that spike. All kinds of open room. And she will now serve with that big jump serve. Gets it in. When she gets it in, it's very difficult to return. Jada Ajubaila there for Richfield, the 5'11" senior, tried to get it, but it was way too hard and low for her. So Ella Trotter, once again, big toss. And again, Richfield has difficulty handling that serve. This time the victim was Julia Rubio, 5'10" junior. Or no, that was Anna Christian there in the back row. And Ella for the 3rd point, and it does just skip over the net by just a little bit there, millimeters, I would say. Nicely done. So she's going for her 5th point and the 5th point of the match. She won point 1 off Richfield's serve, and then she served all the rest of them. And she gets another one. No net violation. Great control there by number 4, Kim Lindgren. There she is. Lots of laughter, lots of smiles when you're up 5-0, 2-0 in the match. And that time again, they pick on Anna Christian, and she has difficulty. She's just a freshman. She'll get better. She looks like she has a great potential. Trying to push that. You got to bump that ball. There she goes. Nice job. Already improvement by Anna Christian. And, oh! Tough shot there by number 13, Brianna O'Donnell. Ball just slipped off her hand the wrong way. So 7-0. Ella Trotter still going strong. 7 points here to start game 3. And here comes O'Donnell, and she gets stuffed by Lindgren at the net. Gain it, point 8. And Ella Trotter, she looks very concentrated, very, very, very focused. And again, finds Paydirt, or Paywood. All right, now a substitution out. Will step out. That's number 13, Brianna steps in. Number 16 is Rebecca Lee, who substitutes for Brianna O'Donnell. See if that changes things up. And no, Lindgren gets another point right at the net. 5'7", she can jump. 10-0. Trotter gets it in again, and Anna Christian cannot get there. Trotter really adjusting the distances. I think they're getting Anna Christian to move up, and she's going right after her again. And she hits the net, and I think there was a sigh of relief on Anna Christian's face there, and I can't blame her. She was getting an education, but you know, she was getting better ever so slightly, and that's what you'll like to see in high school and all sports, all endeavors. Oh, big shot by Windward, and that is called in. And just like that, ball goes back to St. Louis Park, 12-1. Now reporting in on the front line, number 14, Reagan Alexander, 5'10" freshman. Service by Maddie McIntosh, and that goes off on a Christian's bump attempt. 13-1. Maddie McIntosh, number 5 to serve. Or excuse me, she's number 6. In the past, I think she's been 5. She's just a junior, 5'6". She's definitely a pillar on their team. Excellent setter of the volleyball for spike attempts. So now 13-2, back in the match is number 13, Brianna O'Donnell, the serve. And she just gets it over the net, but it goes wide. So the service will get turned back over to the Orioles. And doing the honors is number 15, Michaela Windward. She's just a sophomore. Big, powerful serve. Nicely returned there by nice bump there by number 11, Jessica Hanna for Richfield, but Jada's spike, number 32, was into the net, so 15-2. St. Louis Park Orioles cruising here in game 3. And that is another point for St. Louis Park, 16-2. They are 9 points from a round 1 victory and a berth into round 2 to face Edina High School Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Here's a good look at Michaela Windward. Look at the concentration, the form here. Nice. Another point for Windward and the Orioles. Another great serve by Windward this time. Jessica Hanna could not handle it. 18-2. Michaela Windward to serve again. And trouble again for Jessica Hanna. Tried to push it like a chest pass in basketball. Gotta learn to bump it, move your feet, get in position. Another great serve to the back row, and they struggle with it. 20-2. 5 from a first round victory and a berth into the second round. Windward to serve again. 5 points from winning the match, 3-0. Oh, this time it goes wide right, point side out to the Richfield Spartans, and to serve is number 4, Julia Rubio. Or no, she's being substituted for, so into the match is number 23, Caitlin Kumagad. She is a senior, 5'1", getting her into the match here. And she gets the ball in. This will probably be her last match of her high school career, and she can't quite get the point, but nice job by her. She's laughing, having a good time. I don't think she's played all match, but she's in there now, and she's enjoying it, making the most of it. Good for her. Okay, now to serve, Lindgren. She's having a hot night at the service line, and she brings that jump serve in there deep. And the ball goes off the I-beam. Oh, Richfield, nice job there by number 10, attempting to save it, Brianna Wendland for the Spartans, but boy, that I-beam. I think if I was an opposing coach, I would really object to it, but what can you do? This is their gym. In some sense, it makes it more interesting to have that overhang. You got to play with the quirks, just like, oh, point goes to the Spartans. They are still showing enthusiasm over there. That's a sign of good coaching. Never say die. Their heads are not hanging. They're not looking like victims out there. They're still playing. And look at that. Look at the intensity on her face. That is awesome. Sends it wide. Great team spirit by both teams here. Richfield hasn't won a game all year, and they're not going to win tonight either. And look at them out there, still trying hard, still focused, still concentrated. That is excellent to see. Okay, that is number 8 to serve. Addie Ward, jump serve. 2 points from a round 1 victory. And number 23, Caitlin Kumagad, could not quite catch up to it. So here we are, match point, game point and match point. Addie Ward to serve for a berth in round 2. Oh, she puts it into the net. So we'll have to wait just a few more moments for that to happen. Got some substitutions now in. Couldn't see who that was. I just saw that Reagan Alexander sat down. So to serve is number 26, Jalen Jelena Smith-Moore, and the point and the victory and the match put away by number 16, Hannah Howell, ends it for St. Louis Park, and there you have it. Round 1 goes to Richfield. They will face number 4 ranked Edina 2 nights from tonight on Thursday, October 26th at 7 p.m. at Hopkins High School. We will be there to bring you the broadcast. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. I'm Robert Christensen for Paul Broden, our producer. Have a good night, and we'll see you again.